Sure. I heard about the fight. What's the date of the fight?
The 23rd of February.
23rd of February. Yeah, and I think it's a good match because Tony Thompson wants to come back on the top, even if he's older. But it's a good chance for him to come back, and I think it's for Price, it's a great opportunity to fight a very, very experienced and awkward fighter as Tony Thompson, and I think that's both of them they will try to use the ability in case with Thompson that's he's experienced, and in case of Price just to get experience. And I really would say I know as good as Price is, David Price. It's not easy to fight Tony Thompson, but I think he knows it. And one thing is look at Tony Thompson from the side and analyze him and look for the weaknesses of him and find them and use them in the ring. But the other thing, to fight him actually. So the theory is one side and the practice is the other side, which we're going to see in the ring. So I wish both of the guys, good luck in this fight, and I can't even call who's gonna be my favorite and going to win this fight. It's in my case, it's a 50-50 fight, so any of those guys can make it actually.
Hey, Wladimir, I appreciate that. Actually, Tim Kudges just wanted to touch on that real quick. Tim.
Hey, champ, I just had one thing to touch on that it's been kind of getting at me. The Team Soderland that promotes Povetkin have recently just been going as far to say that you are now ducking Alexander Povetkin, and which is laughable because of all the times you tried to make the fight happen. Now, since he pulled out the last two fights close to fight date, do you even have interest of setting up another fight with Povetkin in the future?
I have a great interest, but I need to say it's just the attitude that the guys are handling things. It's just frustrating and laughable, on my side, because I've been giving. I believe his purse was in the first fight $3.2 million, and the second fight $2.4 million, and I think it's a great amount of money to make actually the fight. And then we were winning the purse. We were giving so much efforts in the contracts and first of all time. And then I remember when I was supposed to fight Povetkin last time, which was in 2010, I think. If I'm not wrong, maybe it was 11. I think it still was 10. And I was expecting him at the press conference, or at least one of our representatives at the press conference for the fight. And it was just so disrespectful not to show up at the press conference. I'm sorry. I mean, we're professionals, and we're in a sport that, you have a chance and you're getting a lot of money to get paid. You have to have respect, at least, to come or to send some of your representatives to make, statement what has happened. Instead, I didn't see any managers. I didn't see any promoters. And I'm not blaming Alexander. I think, and I've heard he's a great guy. I never met him in person. And I heard he's a great guy. But people around him, as his promoter, it's just something, as I said, ridiculous, because we do, or I did on my side, everything to make it happen. And at the end of the day, I didn't get even to see any of the guys. And at the press conference, there's no coach showed up. And especially his managers are German, and it was in Germany, in Frankfurt. So they could at least take a train or a cab or a plane or whatever just to get to Frankfurt and show up. So instead I didn't see it. So and to be honest, I'm really not happy about that. And of course I'm looking forward to fight this guy. And I think the statements that they do are just something shows just they're not serious. And I'm really concerned if I'm going again, waste my time, and we will negotiate, and eventually we're going to win the purse again, and then just, nobody going to show up at the press conference. So I really kind of frustrated with this thing. But as I said, I'm looking forward, to this fight, and I think, and I hope so as well, eventually it's going to happen. And that's basically it. So I don't see in this case anything that I didn't see any quotes. Actually, you're the first guys actually that I'm talking to regarding this fight, because I was thinking like it's just silly to give any comments. And I think boxing fans, they know exactly the history of me and Povetkin. And as I said one more time, I respect Alexander. He's an Olympic champion, and he's a WBA regular champion. So I respect that he's undefeated. I respect him as a person and as a fighter, even if I never met him. But I just really concerned about the team that works for him. So I was frustrated last time, but I hope the fight eventually is going to happen, of course.
Wladimir, let me ask one more thing, and this is just a statement because we want to save time. We're going to call you again in 2 weeks to get another full interview with you for the show once we find out everything's definitive. But I just want to say it like this: it's hard to say. Sometimes it's blasphemy to say this in boxing, with all the great heavyweights that there's been. You're one of the first heavyweights that is considered, that is on everyone's pound for pound list. Heavyweights are very rarely ever on pound for pound list. You're on there. You've been the most dominant heavyweight, I think, since Larry Holmes. And I say like this, Wladimir, I can't go on there and rank a number, but you go down in history, and I know you're still a young man, you're still active, you're still competitive. You're going to go down as one of the greatest ever, not just for the simple fact of what you've done in the ring, but also what you've done outside of the ring. A lot of these heavyweights that were greats in the past mismanaged their money. You're doing very well for yourself. You help your community. You help everybody. And that's why I want to, show my gratitude to you for everything. And you just stopping on here like this. How often does, I work in boxing media. I have a radio show. We do a radio show together. But how often you get a chance to talk to one of the greats, the undisputed heavyweight champ of the world? And that's why I got to thank you, Wladimir.
Frankie, listen, frankly, I'm going to say to you, it's getting smoky in here. It's getting really smoky. And I like to hear the compliment, but from the girls, not from the guys. But
Vlad, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I've heard, and I don't know if you got back with Hayden Panettiere or not. I don't know if you and Hayden are back. But from what I hear is when you're a single man, the ladies love Wladimir Klitschko. That's all I got to say. And Wladimir Klitschko.
Well,
that's all I have to say.
Yeah, but thank you. And Hayden she's a great person, and I can't even make a statement if I'm single or not, But anyway, I don't want to give any comments right now on that.
No, don't worry about it, Wladimir. We're friends. We're talking. And no, we appreciate it, man. And in 2 weeks, we could get you on ATG Radio again, if that's okay. We could get you on for a full interview once we find out everything.
Just in 2 weeks, I'm going to have more information, and, of course, I will happy to share it with you guys. But thank you for reaching me out.
Thanks, Wladimir.
I'm sorry?
Oh, wait, that's Jenna J. Jenna J wanted to say hi to you real quick. Jenna.
Oh,
hey, Wladimir.
Hi, Janet. I'm good. Listen, you got a company there. Yeah, Jen, I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing very good. Just happy to be talking to you again. I actually haven't had you on my show in a long time. Just wanted to jump in and say hi real quick.
Okay, that's really lovely. Thank you. I remember I was in Vegas and we were promoting a couple of fights. I was also promoting my brother's fight, and for sure we saw each other. But life is long, and the earth is round, and I'm sure we're going to see each other again, and I will recognize you.
Well, Wladimir, I know it's I know it's your time's valuable. We appreciate it. And we'll talk to you again. We'll give you a call in about 2 more weeks.
Okay. All right. Thanks
so much, Champ. Sorry for making it all smoky back there, but you're the man. Thanks, Champ.
All right. Take it easy. Thanks.
Take care, Vladimir.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.